Hey everyone, it's Viv, and if you're watching this, you're probably looking for some knitting patterns. When I first started knitting more than just scarves and like pot holders, square pot holders, I would just Google some sort of variation of free, easy, and knitting patterns, and that would generate a whole bunch of results that would take me like days to sift through. Pinterest was a really, really good source for me because, you know, I was already on Pinterest, I already had an account, I was looking at other things. I would make boards of these knitting projects that I would never make, but at least you had a way, a means to get to a website where these free knitting patterns were. Allfreeknitting.com was a really good one as well. Takes you down a rabbit hole. You can spend days on that thing. As my skills started progressing, I started making more and more complex knits, so moving from hats to socks to sweaters, and this is where the local yarn store came into play. They were a huge resource. If I had any questions, if I made huge mistakes that I didn't know how to fix, I would just bring everything to them and say, help! Can you fix this for me? This is the blah pattern and I don't know what to do next. Local yarn stores' websites will typically have a free knitting pattern section on their webpage. So for instance, Stash Lounge in Calgary has one, Pudding Yarn has one from Calgary as well, River City Yarns in Edmonton has a section on their page too. I'm just naming the ones in Alberta because that's where I'm living right now. You can also go to your favorite yarn brand webpage like Lion Brand, Bernat, Karen. They will have free patterns as well. So these are all really great places to go, especially if you're buying that specific product anyways. The biggest resource though is Ravelry.com. Just go sign up, make an account. It's all free. It's basically like a Facebook for knitters, and it's this huge database of thousands and hundreds of thousands of patterns. So most of them are free, most of them are designers, some of them are just people who are making up their own patterns and throwing them on there as well for people to share. The search functions in Ravelry are so user-friendly. You can get lost down a rabbit hole forever on this thing. But the one thing that I really like is that when I'm looking for a pattern and I find something that I love, I can actually search within all of the people who have made this pattern before. I can see their results, I can see what their notes were, so if they got stuck on a particular place. This Harley pattern, this Harley pullover pattern by Knit Picks, for example, great pattern, but there were a lot of times in the pattern where I got stuck, and to go back into other Ravelers projects and read their notes on what they did when they got stuck in the same places was super, super useful. YouTube was also a really great place to find knit alongs, so knitting something from start to finish. I might start doing that on this channel as well. But Ravelry.com, hands down, blows everybody out of the water. If you're spending that much time Googling and searching and, you know, on Pinterest and pinning everything, you might as well go to Ravelry.com. A lot of these websites pull their patterns from Ravelry anyways. So just get started. Create an account. It's free. It's a network. It's a community of fiber enthusiasts. Okay, everybody, I hope that helped. These are just some of what I found were the most useful places to find knitting patterns. Happy knitting, everyone. I'll see you soon. Dog. Okay, come here. Come here. You want to tell everybody about Ravelry as well? Come here.